Brigadoon, blooming under sable skies. Brigadoon, Brigadoon, there my heart forever lies.
This special TV performance of Brigadoon is presented by Armstrong, makers of Armstrong Floor.
Waiting for my dearie, and happy am I to hold my heart till he comes strolling by. When he comes, my dearie, one look and I'll know that he's the dearie I've been wanting so. Though I live 40 lives till the day he arrives, I'll not ever grieve, for my hopes will be high that he'll come strolling by. For you see, I believe that there's a laddie weary and wandering free, who's waiting for his
Oh, we took the high road. Da, 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 da. Hey, Tommy, and you took the low road. And we'll get nowhere for you. For all I know, there's a thistle in the differential.
I think your fuel line is clogged. I'm gonna look at that map again.
Boy, am I glad we took the scenic route, because I wouldn't miss this for worlds. You know, if we missed the boat, we're out 20 pounds entrance money in Dublin.
Yeah, well, Hawk and Tool's over there, right?
As I remember, that should be on the right. And, I don't remember.
And Braymore's on the left.
When I was in the middle.
Nothing.
That's where we are. Little scotch. It's domestic, but I can't afford the imported.
I thought you told me you were gonna cut down on that stuff.
I did. But I'm a terrible liar. And besides, it doesn't pay. You know, one time I was going with a wonderful girl, and she kept pleading with me to give it up, and finally I did. Then we discovered we had nothing more to talk about, and we broke up.
Know something, Jeff? Ever since I come up into these hills, I had a strange feeling that I've been looking for something.
Yeah, the way out of these hills. You know, if we're really busted, you can always cable home for money.
Yeah, we went all through that in Monte Carlo.
I know. I just thought that in Scotland, maybe your attitude toward money might change.
Sure you did.
Look, what's the point of being engaged to a detergent heiress if you can't sponge a little?
Forget it, Jeff.
Tom, do you know that you've postponed going home to marry that girl 3 times?
Yeah, I know.
What are you looking for?
I don't know.
I've noticed. You've been drifting. And just let me say this, buddy. Going around an S-curve in Monaco at 140 miles an hour, well, that just ain't no time to ponder the verities of life.
You don't believe in anything, do you?
Oh, yes, I do. I believe in anything that's real. Anything I can understand, anything I can touch or taste, smell, see, hear, and swallow.
And what about something you don't understand?
I drown it.
Yeah. And that's where I envy you.
Why?
Because you just sort of grab at life and you run.
Like a thief. You see, Tommy, basically you're an idealist. You've got both feet planted firmly in midair, which is all right, except... Tommy, there's a girl.
Hey, miss! Can you tell us where we are? Miss! Wait a minute!
Where'd she go?
Down there, towards our village.
What village? There's nothing on the map.
Well, it's there, Jeff. Maybe there's a garage.
Garage? There's not even a TV antenna.
Come on!
From the hills, come ye from the mills, come ye from the glen, come ye men, come ye men, come ye from the blue. Come from hill and blue, hear ye everywhere, don't ye care, we'll be there. She can, we'll be there, down in Mortality Square.
Jeff, why don't you get on this way and see if you can find a place to make a call?
You got 2 pennies for the phone?
Yeah, don't forget the press button feed. Excuse me, but could you tell me where I am?
Aye.
Well, would you?
Brigadoon.
Brigadoon.
I say, plain.
What the heck is Brigadoon? It's not on the map.
Aye.
You know it's not on the map.
Aye.
Why not?
Because a man can read his book in peace without a clack of loose tongues.
I'm selling a bit of milk and cream, sip it and ye will know that this is the finest milk and cream that ever came out of cow. The finest it is, the price is small, with milk and the cream alack. There's nothing to do but sell it all, the cow will not take it back.
Pardon me, miss, but I'm looking
What
for...
now? Here's a bralady for fair. Whatever it is you desire, you better put a name to it.
Really? Well, in that case,
Milk, cream, a farthing and noggin.
you know, I don't think I have a farthing.
Oh. Well, my father says I cannot give credit, but it could be coaxed.
Yes, I kind of get that feeling. Miss...
My name's Meg Brocky and I'm unmarried.
Lovely.
I'm working up to it gradual.
Tell me, Meg Brocky, what's everybody all dressed up for?
Look, Letty, we're not dressed up. Not until tonight for the wedding. And wait till you see me in my dimity bodice.
Yeah, I got a feeling that your bodice is going to be more dimity than anybody else's, but unfortunately, we're not going to be here. How'd you make out?
I didn't exactly make any friends.
You went street. This is Meg Brocky, and she's unmarried.
Well, that's nice. Miss Brocky, is there anyone in charge around here? A constable, someone like that?
Aye, McLaren's constable. You'll find him in the square posting the bonds.
The what?
The bonds. Did I not tell you there's the wedding? Charlie Dalrymple and Jeannie McLaren. They'll be posting the bonds the new.
There, the bonds are posted, as Mr. Forsyth would have done had he been worse on this, the second day of our blessing. The good man. Well, McLaren, it's a wise father gives a sigh of relief on the day when his wee lass becomes the wife of a good man. Congratulations, Andrew. And Eugene. Hey, you might keep that for your man, all right?
Ah, there's plenty more.
Jeannie, you'll keep a decent tongue in your head before the dominie.
Oh, losh, Andrew, there's no harm in taking joy in the way of a man with a maid. As a matter of fact, when I look at your two beautiful daughters, I wish I was 70 again.
Ah, 'tis a fearful thing to be the father of daughters, for you have all the risks of a shepherd keeping his lambs from the wolves. And when the time comes for shearing, 'tis another man gets the fleece.
Oh, come now, Andrew. Dinna try to be dour on this a day of gladness. It's no in the nature of a man.
Oh, I'm a very happy man. Now come, Mr. Lundy, will you not join me at Old Lecky's for a wee nip to celebrate this fair day?
Aye, Andrew, I'll be pleased to rejoice with you.
And, Fiona, you'll be certain to buy everything that's needed for your sister's wedding supper.
Aye, I will, Father.
Remember, just what's needed, no more. My aim is to be hospitable, not philanthropic. Come, Mr. Lundy.
He's a lucky lad, that Charlie Dalrymple. Your Jeannie's a good maiden.
Ah, all maidens are good. So then, tell me, where all the bad wives come from?
I've often thought of that myself.
Fiona.
Oh, Jeannie, you're not going over there.
I must speak to Harry, Fiona. I feel so sorry for him.
Oh, 'tis no mercy you're doing. Now, you made your choice. Leave the poor laddie alone.
Harry,
Well then,
how are you today?
how should I be on your wedding day?
I'm truly sorry, Harry.
What do you know? And Charlie Dalrymple is to have it all. His fine clothes and his university degree. And now you.
Oh, there are other lasses, Harry.
No, there's none in Brigadoon for me. Just as there's no lad in this town for you. You'll die an old maid, Fiona McLaren.
Aye, more than likely, Harry Beaton, for I'm 24 already. But I'll abide it.
Well, I cannot abide. What can anyone do but hate when you realize your life didn't mean a damn? I cannot leave here. I cannot go to the university to make something of myself. And I cannot have Jeannie. So there's nothing to do but hate everything and everybody in this cursed town.
Oh, Harry, take my hand for long syne. Wish me happiness.
Excuse me, Mac.
Take your hands off me, you sulking gilly!
Sulking Gilly?
Hey, Jeff.
What?
There she is, the girl.
What girl?
Miss, please, forgive me. Don't run away again. I did see you on the hill this morning, didn't I?
Fiona, you know you're not to go out of Brigadoon.
Oh, Jeannie, I just took a bit of a walk.
Forgive me, but do you have a phone in the house?
A phone?
Yes, you know, miss. A phone? Phone?
Do you play on it?
Well, you see, we've been driving all night, and we're
Oh,
kind of...
you poor laddie. You must be tired. Oh, and think of your poor horse.
Yeah, well, right now our poor horse has got dirt in his carburetor. Tom, I don't know what's going on around here, but everybody is staring at us like we just shot Mary, Queen of Scots.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. We didn't mean to offend. It's just that, well, you see, people didn't come here very often.
And your clothes, well, they're that queer.
Oh, they're too far out.
But you must be tired and hungry. There's a wee tavern at the end of the street where you can get a sup and a dram.
Whatever it is, it sounds marvelous.
Come on, laddie. I'll show you the way.
Easy, kid. Remember, you're working up to it gradually.
Charlie! Mind your manners.
Well now, if a bridegroom cannot be kissed on his wedding morn, when then?
Charlie, there are strangers.
Right. Charlie Dalrymple, your servant.
How do you do?
And this is my Bonnie Jean.
Charlie! You know you're not to set your eyes on the bride before the wedding.
I know. But my eyes were closed the entire time.
Charlie!
Jeannie, may God bless me this morning, as much as I would bless him if I were he, and he were Charles Dalrymple. No, you lads will come drink with me to my last hours of freedom.
Oh, Charlie.
I think that's a grand idea, Mr. Dalrymple.
Now it's Charlie to all men on my wedding day. And you?
I'm Jeff Douglas. This is Tommy Albright.
It's very nice of you, Charlie, but we've got to find a phone.
A phone?
It's a musical instrument. And Charlie, I didn't see why you
Fiona, tis a custom in Brigadoon to buy all strangers a bumper on your wedding day. And I didn't think I'd find you to drink with since the miracle. So...
Since the what?
It's just a step to Old Lucky's whiskey shop.
Wait a minute. What did you say about a miracle?
Did I say that? Well, now, I must have met my wedding. Now, that's a miracle. Charlie Dalrymple settling on one lass.
You mean you were a swinger, right, Charlie?
Aye, if I catch your meaning. I used to be a roving lad, a roving and wandering life I had. On any lass I'd crown, who would try to tie me down. But then one day I met a maid, she held out her hand and I stayed and stayed. And now across the green, I'll go home with Bonnie Jean. Go home, go home, go home with Bonnie Jean. Go home, go home. I'll go home with Bonnie Jean. Aberdeen I used to know a lass with an air and her name was Jo. And every night at 10 I would meet her in the glen. But now I'll not see her again, especially not in the glen at 10. For now across the green, I'll go home with Bonnie Jean. Go home, go home, go home with Bonnie Jean. Go home, go home. I'll go home with Bonnie Jean. It's Charlie's wedding, man. Charlie's wife. Hey, Charlie's wife. Hello to married men I've known. I'll soon have a wife and leave yours alone. A bonny wife indeed. Ah, she's all I'll ever need. With Bonnie Jean my days will fly, and love her I will till the day I die. That's why across the green I'll go home with Bonnie Jean. Go home, go home, go home with Bonnie Jean. Go home, go home. Go home with Bonnie Jean.
Charlie's health?
Oh, I don't think Charlie's health needs my drinking. He's rather an enthusiastic bridegroom, isn't he?
Oh, is that so strange?
Here, let me. No, it's just that, well, I'm getting married next month, and I managed to contain my exuberance.
You're getting married?
Yes. Yes, to a soap heiress.
Well, I think it's very important for a wife to be able to make good soap. I'm sure you'll be very happy.
Well, I'm not.
Then why did you ask her to marry you?
I don't know. I think there was a lull in the conversation. I didn't know what else to say.
Well, it doesn't sound like you love her very much.
No, I guess it doesn't, does it?
I think you should only wed when a lad and lass want to stay together fiercely. And getting married is the only way you can do it that's respectable.
You're marvelous.
Am I, no?
Yes. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why are you so angry with me?
I'm not. I like you very much. I just didn't understand a word you say.
Where are you going?
To gather some heather for the wedding.
Oh, I see. And where does one do that?
On the hill. Where the heather is.
May I go with you?
I'll do it much faster alone.
Can't we two go walking together out beyond the valley of trees, out where there's a hillside of heather curtsying gently in the breeze? That's what I'd like to do, see the heather but with you. The mist of May is in the gloaming, and all the clouds are holding still. So take my hand and let's go roaming through the heather on the hill. The morning dew is blinking yonder. There's lazy music in the rill. Wander through the heather on the hill. There may be other days as rich and rare. There may be other springs as full and fair, but they won't be the same. They'll come and go. For this I know, that when the mist is in the gloaming, and all the clouds are holding still. If you're not there, I won't go roaming through the heather on the hill. The heather on the hill.
Of May is in the gloaming, and all the clouds are holding still. So take my hand and let's go roaming through the heather on the hill.
The morning dew is blinking yonder. There's lazy music in the rill.
Time to wander through the heather on the hill.
There may be other days as rich and rare. There may be other springs as full and fair, but they won't be the same. They'll come and go. For this I know, is in the gloaming,
Next, please.
Doctor, my playroom ceiling is killing me.
Oh.
Those ugly beams and pipes and wires.
Oh.
The lighting is so bad I can't stand it.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's a great deal of that going around right now. Now, if you'll just lie back here.
Lie back?
Yeah. Now, look up. Now, you see that ceiling there? That's an Armstrong suspended ceiling. Now, you see, you just hang this grid here right under your pipes and beams, then you just drop in these ceiling panels.
I feel better already.
Of course. Now, for your poor lighting, I prescribe these grid-made lighting fixtures. You see?
Doctor, you're so understanding.
Mm-hmm. You take this to your lumber dealer, and he'll fix you up with an Armstrong suspended ceiling.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
Yeah. If you have a sick ceiling, remember, 4 out of 5 ceiling doctors recommend Armstrong ceilings.
Oh, you want to know what I want in a floor wax? All I want is a shine that's spectacular. And one that'll really stay shiny, you know, for a long time. And it shouldn't scratch or show every heel mark. And I don't want to worry about yellowing or wax buildup. And I want to wash it with a detergent without taking off all the shine. That's all.
Is that all? Well, it's all here. In new Epic by Armstrong. Epic does more things better than any other leading wax. Epic gives you a spectacular shine that stays shiny. A shine that's remarkably durable and resists scratches and heel marks better than any other leading wax. A shine that won't wash off every time you use a detergent and almost refuses to yellow or build up. Try new Epic by Armstrong. The people who know more about floors than anybody. Epic does more things better than any other leading wax.
Excuse me.
Where are we?
In me father's bothy, where the cowboys rest at night.
Where the cowboys rest at night?
Aye.
In a broad brick moonlit nick, I assume.
Hey, you poor lad, you got the heat of the sun upon your bunny brow.
Lass, where are we?
Well, you said you wanted a place to lay doon.
And this was the nearest one?
No, not the nearest, but the most convenient.
I see. Well, I'll tell you, lass, driving all night and a good health to Charlie, that can sure take it out of you. What's this, foam rock?
You're a braw handsome lad.
You got no idea how braw I can be after 8 hours sleep.
Why, you're not tired.
All I want to do, lass, is take my dram and my sup and put 'em to bed.
But I thought...
Good night, dear. Oh.
Look at you lying there and I get wee tadpoles jumping up and down on my spine.
I'll thank you to take your repulsive metaphors and go.
But I've been waiting so long.
Go.
Ah, you men are all alike. You get what you want from a lass and just farewell.
Get what I want?
Aye.
I can't even get you to go away.
You're a cruel, heartless man and you misled me.
I misled you.
Aye.
You dragged me through every thistle for 10 acres.
Well, you said you wanted a place to lay doon. And I said clear that I was unmarried.
Is you getting up to it gradual? Honey, why should you think I had anything like that in mind?
Because you're a lad and I'm a lass.
Well, with that philosophy, you must have had a very provocative career.
Aye. And my father before me. You know, he and me mother met in his bothy. He was a shepherd. And poor company it is spending your days with the sheep. And she was a gypsy. And one day she was walking past. And she saw my father lying on this very cot, sleeping like an angel. She was pretty tired herself, so she come in. She propped a chair under the latch. Keep the wind out, you know. And then she took off her shoes. And she sat in yon chair, just rocking and rocking, waiting for me father to wake up. Aye. And it wasn't long after that I was born. Laddie? Rest ye well, laddie. You'll need it.
Charles Macpherson Durham. As fair a hand as ever signed a family Bible. Ah, Charlie, you're in fine company in yon book.
Where's Jean?
Never forget, lad, to put your foot down in stunter after you wed. Take her stand firm, so she'll know for certain who wears the kilt in the house.
Aye, sir. Did you say what a Jean was?
You know, we had no more than finished the wedding dance when I said to my wife, "Woman, fetch me a pot of liquor from yon table."
Did she do it?
No, but I had established the principle.
Did she go out?
Who?
Jeannie.
Of course not. Now mind you, lad, always remember, a woman is like a bagpipe. Why, you ask?
Oh, why? Why?
Because if you tuck her under your arm and you squeeze her, she'll play a merry tune. But you'll, man, remember, she'll drone on long after you're out of breath yourself.
Is she in the house?
Who?
Jeannie.
Hey, lad, she's above stairs. You cannot see her before the wedding. It brings bad luck.
Well, sir, can I speak to her then?
You must suit yourself.
Jeannie? Jeannie? Darling?
Get away, Charlie. You cannot see me.
But Jeannie, darling, I cannot wait for the wedding.
Charlie, please. Get away.
Because they've told me I can't behold ye till wedding music starts playing. To ease my longing, there's nothing wrong in me standing out here and saying, come to me, bend to me, kiss me good day. My darling, 'tis all I can say. Just come to me, bend to me, kiss me good day. Give me your lips and don't take them
Charlie, please, get away.
Come, dearie, near me so ye can hear me. I've got to whisper this softly, for though I'm burning to shout my yearning, the words come tiptoeing off me. Oh, come to me and to me, kiss. Come, dearie, near me so ye can hear me. I've got to whisper this softly, for though I'm burning to shout my yearning, the words come tiptoeing off me. Oh, come to me, bend to me, kiss me good day, darling, my darling, 'tis all I can say. Just come to me, bend to me, kiss me good day. Give me your lips and don't take them
I have to go in and help Jeannie get dressed for the wedding. Oh, Tommy, there's something I have to tell you. I'm 24 years old.
Oh, that's nice.
You didn't mind?
No.
Oh, but it's fearful old for a maid.
No, it's just about right.
Fiona!
Fiona! Hey, Jeff. Jeff! What are you doing?
Laying doon.
Laying doon? On a day like this, you should be wide awake, enjoying yourself.
That's a widely held opinion in this town. Say, you know that persistent rumor about Scottish frugality? Well, forget it. They're generous to a fault.
Yeah?
Yeah. Now, what about you, Thomas? You didn't get that kind of high on old Lakey's Highland Dew.
Maybe the sun gave me the power, but I could swim Loch Lomond and be home in half an hour. Maybe the air gave me the drive, but I'm all aglow and alive. What a day this has been. What a rare mood I'm in. Why, it's almost like being in love. There's a smile on my face for the whole human race. Why, it's almost like being in love. All the music of life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I would swear I was falling.
I could swear I was falling.
It's almost like being in love. When we walked up the brae,
Not a word did we say. It was almost like being in love. But your arm linked in mine made the world kind of fine.
it was almost like being in love.
All the music of life seems to be
Like a bell that is ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal,
I could swear I was falling.
I would swear I was falling. It's almost like being in love.
tied.
I'll be waiting for you. Jeff, you know, it's going to take us, well, a couple of hours to blow out that fuel line, right? Why don't we stay for the wedding?
Whatever gave you that idea? Boy, they didn't steal this Bible out of a hotel room. Married Elizabeth Lang to Andrew McLaren, July 2nd, 1739. I wonder how much an old-timer like this is worth. Look, children. Fiona, born October 10th, 1742. Jean, born April 8th, 1748. You know, a thing like that, that's older than the Declaration of Independence. No, that can't be. I got it wrong. Hung over or something.
Well, Fiona's 24 and Jeannie's...
No, it's an old family name. It's a coincidence.
I'm sure it's a coincidence, Jeff. Look at this thing. Jeannie's getting married, right? Married Charles McPherson Dalrymple to Jean McLaren, May 24th, 1766.
Charlie?
And the ink isn't dry.
Well, give it time. It's only 200 years.
Jeff, no bicycles, no telephones.
Yeah, and the clothes, and that hypothyroid milkmaid.
Charlie talking about miracles.
It can't be. I can't be drinking 200-year-old scotch.
Had to be something wrong. The day was too good to believe.
Tommy, are you there?
Fiona!
Oh, you are staying for the wedding, then?
Fiona! How old did you say you were?
24? And I didn't see why you have to throw it in me face.
No. It's just there has to be some sort of logical explanation. Now, is that your name in the family Bible?
Aye.
You were born in 1742?
Aye.
Well, there has to be some sort of explanation, Fiona.
I cannot tell.
Well, who can?
Oh, I was hoping that we could have this day together. Now you believe the truth and you'll be going.
Fiona, just what is the truth? I mean, why isn't Brigadoon on the map? What's this miracle Charlie was talking about?
Yeah, and are we invited to your 225th birthday party?
I cannot tell. No one can tell about Brigadoon except Mr. Lundy.
Mr. Lundy?
Who's he?
The Dominie. He's the only one who has the power to tell you about Brigadoon. If you really wish to know, you will have to go with me to see him. I'll take you there now.
Brigadoon, Brigadoon,
Back.
Let me warn you. What I'm going to tell you, you'll no believe.
Well, now, why won't we, Mr. Lundy?
Because what happened in Brigadoon was a miracle. And most people didn't believe in miracles.
Well, that sounds fair enough.
When did this miracle take place, sir?
Well, it happened exactly 200 years ago. Aye, and that was a fearful time in the Highlands, for we're a plague of witches. And those burnings and hangings and torturing among the folk, from Argyll away to Cameron and Stuart lands. But here in Brigadoon, we had a man who was the minister of the kirk before me. Younger than I. Forsyth, that was his name. Geordie Forsyth. You know, he was a good man.
Aye, the kindest man in all of Scotland.
Aye, because he had the power to heal the wounded spirit of man. To see into the heart and to know the black secrets of all humankind, and yet to love them. And he loved the folk of Brigadoon. But strange men rode into the village from Dunfermline. Men of arms, with pikes and claymores. And they seized Mr. Forsyth and charged him with witchcraft and threw him into the Tolbooth prison in Edinburgh.
Ah, poor loving man.
And in the dungeon, chained to the wall, he grieved for his tune of Brigadoon. And he thought of all the evils the outside world could bring when he was gone. Oh, the accusations of witchery, the hanging, the neighbour turning against neighbour. And that night, he prayed to God for a miracle. He prayed to God to make Brigadoon and all the people in it vanish into the Highland mists. Vanish? Aye, but no forever. Every 100 years, all could return for one day. They could live their ordinary lives, go to sleep at night, and when they woke, it would be 100 years later. For Mr. Forsyth believed that in this way there could be no change in the lives of the people, because they wouldn't be long enough in any century to be touched by it.
You mean that when you people go to bed and then you wake up and it's 100 years later?
Aye, it was Charlie Dalrymple brought Mr. Forsyth's words from Edinburgh. Well, the miracle took place on the day they hanged him as a wizard.
Let me ask you something, sir. Supposing somebody around here gets a little fed up and wants to leave. What then?
Oh, you can't leave.
Oh, wait a minute, sir. You know, we've got a race. We're due in Dublin.
Oh, a stranger could leave. But according to the word of Mr. Forsyth, if anybody of Brigadoon leaves, the spell's broken for all. And that night, Brigadoon would disappear forever. I told you you wouldn't have believed the truth.
Well, it does take a pretty special frame of mind, sir. But tell me something else. At night, when you go to sleep, what's it like?
Oh, man. It's like being carried off in shadowy arms. But sometimes, in my sleep, I think I hear strange voices.
Voices?
Aye, voices filled with fearful longing. And I think I'm hearing the outside world drowning. Drowning in its centuries. Gathered are the clans of Brigadoon to stand witness to the wedding of Charles Macpherson Dalrymple and Jean, the daughter of Andrew McLaren. Do ye twain promise to cleave ye each to the other in love and obedience to the laws of God and man, so long as ye both shall live? Charles Dalrymple?
Aye, I do.
And Jean of McLaren's?
Do.
Then, in the sight of God, And before the memory of George Forsyth, who brought the miracle to Brigadoon, I do declare ye man and wife. And may ye both be good and true to each other.
If I drink it one burn at a time, do you?
Hey, and when they start the piping, will you not dance a fling with me?
Honey, my fling is flung. Why, when you people have a wedding, you really bust loose, don't you?
Ah, laddie, this is solemn as a Sunday in the kirk compared to some.
Now if you think this wedding day went just a bit amiss, then I will tell you about a wedding far more daft than this. The lad involved turned out to be no other but my pa, and by the strangest bit of luck, the woman was my ma. McGregor, McKenna, McGowan, McGraw, McVitie, McNeil and McRae, aye, all of the folk in the village were there at my mother's wedding day. For Pa had asked his friend McMee, and Mac had come with May McGee, and May invited 93 to my mother's wedding day. Then up the road came Edmonton with half the town of Aberdeen. Aye, everyone was on the scene at her mother's wedding day. Then all of a sudden the liquor was gone, the gin and the whiskey and all of a sudden the wedding affair had become a bunny brawl. For Pete McGraw and Joe McVie began to fight for May McGee, while May McGee and Sam McGee were a-wooing in the hall. So cold and stiff was John McVeigh, they used him for a servant tray. For soon the room began to swing at her mother's wedding day. The people were lying all over the room, a-looking as if they were dead. Then Mother uncovered the minister quick, and she told him, go ahead. Then Pa kneeled down on Bill McRae, and Mother kneeled on Jock McKay. The preacher stood on John McVeigh, and that's how my ma was wed. It was a sight beyond compare, I ought to know, for I was there. There never was a day as fair as a mother's wedding day.
Tis the right of the clan beaten to dance with swords at the wedding, to show that part of Le Mans. Jeannie, all I've done is to want you. Too much. I'm leaving Brigadoon. This is the end of all of us. The miracle is over. Stop me up.
It's all right now.
Oh, they found poor Harry. He'll no leave Brigadoon.
No, he'll never leave Brigadoon. The miracle is safe.
But Tommy, he hasn't come back.
The American?
Aye, he ran after. Did you no see him?
No, but 'tis near the end of the day, lass. Likely he's off on his journey.
Oh, Tommy. I thought you'd gone.
No, I didn't go, Fiona.
Oh, I'd have died if anything had happened to you. I love you so.
You can be so sure after one day.
Aye. I'm sure of my feeling.
I wish I were.
Oh, Tommy. 'Tis not what you know. 'Tis what you feel. Can you no tell me that?
This is hard to say, but as I wandered through the Lee, I felt for just a fleeting moment that I suddenly was free of being lonely. And I closed my eyes and saw the very reason why. I saw a man with his head bowed low. His heart had no place to go. I looked and I thought to myself with a sigh, there but for you go I saw a man walking by the sea, alone with the tide was he. I looked and I thought as I watched him go by, there but for you go I. Lonely men around me, trying not to cry, till the day you found me there among them was I saw a man who had never known a love that was all his own. I thought as I thanked all the stars in the sky, there but for you go I.
Oh, Tommy, you do love me.
Fiona.
Oh, I can't wait. I've got to find Mr. Lundy and tell him that you're going to stay with me in Brigadoon.
Fiona!
Tommy, it's all set.
What?
The car. I went up the road. I tried the starter. It works. The dirt in the fuel line, it must have settled. What happened, Tom?
I'm in love with her, Jeff.
Oh.
And I want to be with her.
Yeah, but she's not going to leave here, not after that.
I know.
Tommy, in this town, it's a long time between breakfasts.
Jeff, I know how I feel. I just don't know what to do about it.
Well, I can't tell you what to do, but, Tommy, you can't stay here. You know, you can't bury yourself like a raisin in a box of Lorna Doones.
I love her.
I know that. I know, but you were in love with that soap girl. And how long did that last before you started to eat yourself up wondering?
No, it's not the same, Jeff. Not the same.
Tommy, if you wake up tomorrow and you have a few doubts, it's going to be a little late. It's going to be 100 years too late. Now, how can you be sure you're not going to miss your family? How can you be sure you're not going to miss a couple of buddies of yours? How can you be sure you're not going to miss the whole world that you live in and belong to? How can you know that?
You're not making it too easy, are you?
I'm not trying to. Tommy, you're a friend. You haven't had any sleep for 48 hours. We're both punchy, and it's some kind of crazy dream. And here I am, I'm talking as if I believe in it, and I don't. And neither do you.
Yeah, but I want to.
But that's not enough. And you know it.
Tommy! Tommy!
I'm gonna go nurse the engine. I'll be waiting for you.
What did he mean by that?
Fiona tells me you wish to stay, lad. You know what that means.
Fiona, I can't stay. And it's not because I don't love you. I think I do. It's just that I don't trust my own feelings. Do you understand?
Didn't you know, Tommy, that I'm all you're living for? So how can you go, Tommy, when I need you more and more?
Fiona, you won't think of it like that. Not for long. And neither will I. You and the world we knew will glow till my life is through. For you're part of me from this day on. And someday, if I should love, it's you I'll be dreaming of. For you're all I'll see from this day on. These hurried hours were all the life we could share. Still I will go with not a tear, just a prayer that when we are far apart, you'll find something from your heart has gone with me from this day on.
It's no use, lass. It doesn't believe in the miracle.
Fiona, to stay, I had to have no fears and no doubts.
Come, lass. It's near the dawn.
Oh, dinna feel badly, Tommy. I'll not be lonely. I think that real loneliness is not being in love in vain, but not being in love at all. Goodbye, Tommy. And dinna forget that I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Brigadoon will continue after the following message.
What is this, natural gas?
The usual. Bourbon.
The usual? What have I been drinking along?
Ever since you got back to New York about 4 months ago.
Well, I just decided I don't like it. Give me some gin.
What do you have with it?
A little bourbon. And put it on my bill.
Mr. Douglas, your bill's getting pretty high.
So am I. Frank, have you seen him recently?
Mr. Albright? He hasn't been in here for a month.
He said to me, Jeff, I'll meet you at Frank's bar at 6 o'clock. That was 4 weeks ago. And then he vanished. He vanished like Brigadoon.
Like what?
If I told you, you'd think I was drunk. I'm getting very worried about him, Frank. I think he's lost his sense of equilibrium.
Careful.
Tommy.
How are you?
You're late.
Bourbon on the rocks, Frank.
Where you been?
Vermont, walking.
Oh, but that's all uphill.
Yeah, I found that out.
Well, why didn't you let me know? Do you realize what I've been through?
About a quart a day.
A very inferior liquor. Tommy, did you get yourself straightened out?
I don't know, Jeff. I thought I could. I guess I can't. Very funny thing, you know, when I'm with people, I'm talking to them. And they're talking to me. I don't hear them. I'm with her.
You must be fascinating company.
Oh, yeah. Fascinating. Come on. To New York.
I drink to that. To New York. Fill them up, Frank, and we'll drink to the 5 boroughs separately. And then to the suburban counties of Nassau, Suffolk, Putnam. Can't remember the rest. Did you?
What?
Did you tell the soap girl she was all washed up?
Yeah. Called her this morning.
Yeah, but what did she call you? Ah, Tommy, now there's a girl. She's got a shape like a soap bottle and a heart like a soap bubble. She's the brightest wash in the block. I can just picture you two together. Because, you know, she's not like you and I. She's got glands that they only
And when the mist is in the gloaming and all the clouds are holding still, if you're not there, I won't go roaming through the heather on the hill. The heather on the hill.
Why don't you go there?
I think you're right, Jeff. First plane in the morning.
Tommy, Brigadoon, it's not there.
Yeah, I know it's not there, Jeff, but I want to go and see where it was. That girl is so real to me that I got to go and find out for myself that she's really gone. Do you understand that? Are you coming with me?
Where, to Scotland? Gee, I can't just pick up and go to Scotland. I got too many important things to finish. I'm finished.
The years to come and through the tears to come, I know I'll be yours from this day on.
Brigadoon, Brigadoon, there my heart forever lies. Let the world grow cold around us.
Somewhere out there, she's just sleeping. And when she wakes up, there'll be 100 years between us.
What do we do now, Tommy? We can't stand here in the middle of nowhere forever.
Oh, it's no use, Jeff. Even looking at the empty valley, I still believe in that girl. Why do you have to lose something before you find out what it really means?
All right, take a last look and let's get going.
Jeff!
What?
Come here. Jeff, it's not too late. I'm going.
Tommy, come back. There's nothing there. There's nothing there, Tom.
Oh, Tommy, lad, Tommy, you really love her. You woke me up. You shouldn't be surprised, son. When one loves deeply, anything's possible, even miracles.
Brigadoon has been brought to you by Armstrong. Keep enjoying tonight's program with the cast album. It's only $1, available at your Armstrong flooring retailer or lumber dealer. Get special performance of Brigadoon was presented by Armstrong, makers of Armstrong floors, Armstrong ceilings, and Armstrong products for the care of your floors. Armstrong.